Hey everybody, so today's video is going to be a little bit different from the normal video that I usually do. I'm going to do a breakdown of a recent edit that I did. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen this. I didn't actually film anything on this. I edited everything and I'm super proud of the way it came out.
It's just kind of this out-of-body thing that I can't really explain. I just knew that I would find a way on the field, and I don't take it for granted.
K-State senior Ryan Henningson
coming in as a walk-on quarterback.
Ryan Henningson playing
Ryan Henningson, number 5. Beautiful done by Ryan
Henningson. 6'1", 250-pound senior out of Junction City, Kansas. Been all over the field tonight, really.
Down by Ryan Henningson.
A fresh, cool young Lou trying to catch Ryan Henningson.
A K-State football scholarship reserved for a walk-on.
He raised more than $15,000. They helped nearly 70 kids in 30 families.
On the guest list, who brung you? You, the more famous person you come through, and the sexy lady next to you come to, and then the hitman standing outside of heaven waiting for God to come and get me. I'm too uncool.
Another pretty quintessential K-State type of story.
I really enjoyed the experience. I want to talk about how I got here first. I don't actually know him. I've never even met him in person. We've only met on Instagram and talked over Zoom. And to tell the story of how I got paid to make this, we have to go back. This story starts 3 years ago. I made a video. It's called, quote, "Bro, you could really sauce to this."
Yeah.
Weezy,
You can really slap to this shit.
Bro, I feel like you could too, bro.
Might as well.
Let's do it.
Looking back, I'm pretty proud of it. It's pretty good. It's pretty well done. And essentially what it is just like a type dance video I made for my friend Jamin. We just went to this underground like overpass, under this overpass, and just my guy just fucking killed it. Just started dancing. Jamin's a really good dancer. It's crazy. And like I didn't get paid for this video at all. This was entirely just because like he had an idea and I was like, yo, this sounds fun. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. It was shared on Instagram and social media and things like that. And then another one of my friends from high school, Corey Thomas, he saw the video and he hit me up. He was like, hey man, like I see you do, you made that video for Jamin. Do you do fitness stuff? And then that was when I made the video on my channel that's titled Day in the Life of a Division II Wide Receiver. And this one, I think I got paid like $100, right? So not a lot, especially compared to the work I put into it. You do the math, I think I'd probably made like $3 or $4 an hour, but I mean, that was fine with me at the time. But yeah, I'm still really proud of the way this video turned out too. It was really good, and it was just, we went and filmed him working out in the gym, and then we went to the football field and just filmed him running some routes, doing some training and stuff like that. And so like I said, I didn't get paid a lot for this one, but it was fun, and it was a new video, and I was still new to making that type of stuff. So it was a really dope experience to make that. And then he hit me up about a year ago again. He wanted another video. I had some ideas for little edits I wanted to try, and we went out and shot it. I think it was the same thing, like $150. Not a lot, but because he's my friend and I love fitness content, so getting the chance to shoot and edit something like this is always something that I take. I would say it's definitely better than the previous one. My editing and my shooting skills were a lot better, and the equipment I was using was better, especially things like audio and stuff. But yeah, you can definitely tell like I put more thought process into the edit for this one. Yeah, so this one, again, I didn't get paid a huge amount of money, but he's a friend, and it was a really cool experience, so we did it, and super proud with the way it came out. It was a dope edit. After that one got shared again, and then I got hit up on Instagram by this guy, Ryan Henningson, who plays for K-State, and he followed Corey on Instagram because they're friends, they know each other through football, I assume, and then he was like, hey man, I saw that video you made for Corey, I'd love to make one. And like I hit him up when I was back in town, but timing just didn't work out with us. So I graduated, moved to Spain, all this stuff. He hits me up again and says, "Hey man, can you edit a video for me? I already have all the footage and stuff that I want you to use. I just need it to be edited and I want it to look super dope." And I was like, "Yeah, of course, man. I can totally make that happen." We kind of just went over the idea. He sent me some videos on Instagram. There was a lot of like on Instagram. There was a bunch of inspiration. We were talking over DMs, and then we did a Zoom call and kind of like went over like what the game plan was, what he wanted from the video, how it's going to work. The end product I'm super proud of. Super proud of. I really think it's dope. It's definitely one of the best edits I've ever done. But I do love like these short edit things, like 30 to 60-second stuff it's really fun for me. I really enjoy these edits. Everything's so fast-paced. I really like to edit fast-paced. You should always be putting your work out there and be sharing the work that you're doing, right? Because this all started 3 years ago when I did a video for free with my friend because we had a funny idea. And it's nothing crazy. It's nothing out of the ordinary. But people saw on social media and people that I knew saw that I was a filmmaker and I make movies and I make films and I know how to edit and things like that. And because of that, people reached out to me, which gave me more opportunities to do better things with different jobs and actually get paid for stuff, right? All right, so diving into the actual edit here in Final Cut, you can see, right, there's a lot of stuff on the top, right? We got our grade layers, we got a couple of clips on top here, and then some photos and stuff like that. But really, what we see is all of it is down here, right? The vast majority is audio and sound effects. The audio was what I was constantly like, okay, how can I add a sound effect here? How can I make this more realistic? What can I do to smooth this transition? One of my favorite things about this edit is the loop effect that we did. The first clip matches with the last clip so that you really don't even notice, especially when you watch on Instagram, it just restarts. So yeah, I started off a little slow, which I think especially for like Instagram and social media, you usually don't want to do. You kind of want to, boom, immediately have something cool happen and grab people's attention. But we also really wanted to get this cool loop effect. And I think it really worked because I built it up with the audio. And then 10 seconds into it, we get, boom, big football hit, beat drops in the song. And we're like, oh, okay, all right, let's go. And then all of this was just footage that he already had that came from like news stations, stuff like that. So I had to edit everything and crop it into the size that we were going to use, which because everything was being edited vertically because this is only going to be shared on social media. This effect, super cool. I watched a YouTube video on how to do this. I'd never done it before, but one of the videos he sent me as an example had it, and so I was like, oh shit, that's super cool. And he said he liked it, and I was like, oh yeah, no worries. I totally know how to do that. Did not know how, I had no idea how to do that, but I was like, I'll figure it out. We go in here, let's go check this out a little bit more. Right, it's a really cool effect, but as you can see here, this draw mask took so much time, probably like good 2-3 hours. So you can see I had to go through all of these little things and mask out everything, and it kind of gives you this animated effect. You can definitely do it better and make it look better if you do it in like After Effects and stuff, but I only have Final Cut Pro, and we added again the sound effects, a little that was one of the big things I did for the beginning, was just put a bunch of audio of people saying his name so that we can get like, oh, it kind of just like establish his credibility as a high-level football player from the beginning. I don't really know what that is, but I think it's like a K-State thing. I did this not because I came up with the idea necessarily, but because I was like, okay, I need to have this audio, and I need these 2 clips in there for the audio to make sense. But I didn't really know, like there wasn't enough space, so I was like, fuck, we'll just slap them on top of something else. There was no real footage from the charity event that he did, so we just used photos to tell this part of the story. And again, it worked. I didn't use the because it wasn't as flashy, and I wanted people to really focus more on what the audio was saying. So I felt like I tried it with the camera shutter sound effects, but I felt it really took away from it. This effect right here, this glitch effect in his helmet, I'm really proud of this one. Right, so first we have this long clip that was in slow motion, and what I did was I just found the sections that I liked, and then I cut them up and sped it up, and then I did another draw mask, right? And this draw mask was crazy because I had to go through, and I went through each friggin' frame and just moved all of these dots. And like, there's not a lot of frames, but it still takes so long when you're doing every single frame by frame. And then in there I added, within that draw mask, I added this clip. And then same thing over here, I did the glitch, but then this time I did the speed up of his movement. I added the glitch effect, and then I also added some footage. This is a clip that's actually the first hit in the video. For the last one, we made it really intense. I just did a zoom in and then used the glitch to slowly fade. So like this transition, like I did it all myself. I tried to use some like pre-made transitions, but it just didn't work. So I just went in and made my own transition, right? And I really like that. And then we transitioned back to some old highlight clips of him playing football in high school as he's running in the ball for that touchdown from the Little League. We start the reverse, and then we just reverse back to the very beginning. I legit just took everything copied it, pasted it, made a new compound clip, sped it up to I think like, let's see, yeah, it's 17 times faster than it normally is, right? So I reversed it, sped it up 17 times, added, literally this is really easy. I just used the old TV effect. You can find it. It's one of the pre-made effects that comes with Final Cut Pro. I used bad TV effect and just overlaid that, and it was perfect. It was exactly what I was looking for. And then took us back to that first clip. I just cut it in half and then moved the first half to the end of the video and the second half to the beginning of the video so that we got that loop effect. And that is one of the coolest things, because especially when you watch it on social media, you don't even really notice. You're like, oh shit, wait, are we at the beginning? You're like, wait, I've heard this before. And then you're like, oh dude, it just looped and I didn't even notice. And it's honestly not that hard to do. It's really straightforward. So that wraps up my breakdown of how I made this football edit. This is my first time kind of like breaking down a video I've made in the past, but I wanted to do it because there's a lot of story and a lot of history behind this edit. Not just like, you know, because people just see like, oh wow, he made this cool edit, like he's already at this high level, but people don't see how I got here. Let me know if you guys like this video. If you want to see more like this, leave a comment down below. If you're not subscribed already, be sure to subscribe. Let me know in the comments, is it weird to keep your ears out while you have the hood up? I personally am an ears out type of guy. So yeah, let me know, are you ears in or ears out when you get the hood up on your hoodie? Comment down below. I'm ears out for life. Alright, this video's gone on for too long. Goodbye.